2. More intimacy, less sex. Love seeks closeness, but desire needs distance. Love and lust are inseparable parts of a larger whole for some, while for others they are irretrievably disconnected. Most of us, however, express our eroticism somewhere in the gray areas where love and lust both relate and conflict. Jack Morin, from The Erotic Mind. In any conversation with a couple, I always ask how they met and what attracted them to each other. Since we associate therapy with problems, people usually don't come to me when they are still in the initial thrall of love. Sometimes they need a gentle reminder of what once was. It can be difficult for estranged or distressed couples to focus on what drew them together, but within every couple's creation myth lies the key to understanding the unfolding story of their relationship. She was beautiful. He was so smart and funny. He had pizzazz, and he exuded such self-confidence and style. For me, it was her warmth. For me, it was his gentleness. I knew she wouldn't leave me. I loved his hands, his dick, her eyes, his voice. He made great omelettes. The attributes that describe an idealized lover are always luxurious and bountiful. Love is an exercise in selective perception, even a delicious deception as well, though who cares about that in the beginning? We magnify the good qualities of those we love and confer on them almost mythical powers. We transform them, and we in turn are transformed in their presence. He made me laugh. She made me feel special, smart. We could talk for hours. I knew I could trust her. I felt so accepted. He made me feel beautiful. Such comments highlight the magnificence of the beloved or illuminate his capacity to enlarge us, to lift us from ourselves. As the psychoanalyst Ethel Spector Person writes, love arises from within ourselves as an imaginative act, a creative synthesis that aims to fulfill our deepest longings, our oldest dreams, that allows us both to renew and transform ourselves. Love is at once an affirmation and a transcendence of who we are. Beginnings are always ripe with possibilities, for they hold the promise of completion. Through love, we imagine a new way of being. You see me as I've never seen myself. You airbrush my imperfections, and I like what you see. With you, and through you, I will become that which I long to be. I will become whole. Being chosen by the one you choose is one of the glories of falling in love. It generates a feeling of intense personal importance. I matter. You confirm my significance. As I listen to couples describe the merging that accompanies the nascence of love, I get a glimpse of the dreams that propelled them toward each other. The first stage of any encounter is filled with fantasies. It's a stream of projections, anticipations, and stirrings that may or may not evolve into a relationship. Here you are, in front of someone you barely know, and you imagine climbing Kilimanjaro together, building an architectural digest home, making babies, or umpteen irresistible fantasies as arbitrary as the weather. As my patients recount the exaltation they felt, I am able to take a peek beneath the rubble to see what they once had. I suggest that our ability to tolerate our separateness and the fundamental insecurity it engenders is a precondition for maintaining interest and desire in a relationship. Instead of always striving for closeness, I argue that couples may be better off cultivating their separate selves. If cultivating separateness sounds harsh, let's think of it instead as nurturing a sense of selfhood. The French psychologist Jacques Salomé talks about the need to develop a personal intimacy with one's own self as a counterbalance to the couple. There is beauty in an image that highlights a connection to oneself rather than a distance from one's partner. In our mutual intimacy, we make love, we have children, and we share physical space and interest. Indeed, we blend the essential parts of our lives. But essential does not mean all. Personal intimacy demarcates a private zone, one that requires tolerance and respect. It is a space, physical, emotional, and intellectual, that belongs only to me. Not everything needs to be revealed. Everyone should cultivate a secret garden. Love enjoys knowing everything about you. Desire needs mystery. Love likes to shrink the distance that exists between me and you, while desire is energized by it. If intimacy grows through repetition and familiarity, eroticism is numbed by repetition. It thrives on the mysterious, the novel, and the unexpected. Love is about having. Desire is about wanting. An expression of longing, desire requires ongoing elusiveness. It is less concerned with where it has already been than it is passionate about where it can still go. But too often, as couples settle into the comforts of love, they cease to fan the flame of desire. They forget that fire needs air.